pod, Jak'd, episode 29, I believe. It's been a while since I stepped two without a dope beat to step two, Vicky, that old. So pretty much what I had, the reason why there hasn't been much content on the channel, aside from me being not motivated to really do anything, and plus not much really to say, is a few weeks ago, I don't know if you guys heard the story, a guy, he's suing Twitch. You probably seen some videos of that. He was suing Twitch because he felt that Twitch manipulated his own penis, because they put those live streamer girls that wear nothing, like their bra and panties that I made that video about. And I did a video on my green screen for you guys, but what happened was, the reason why you never saw it is because the audio got scuffed. So the audio came out like, "Hey guys," it came out like that, like real slow. And for those who don't know how I use my green screen, is I have ceiling lights in my room, and I have to close my door, and it's fucking hot. I live in a basement. I have an air conditioner in the other room, and then it was like a 6 or 7 minute video, and then the fucking audio got fucked up, and I said, I am not gonna fucking put the green screen back up, shoot the video again, put the fucking lights back on, and fucking sweat more. So I said, fuck that. I'm just not going to put the video up. And then I was recording an episode for this show that I'm doing right now, but pretty much what happened was, same thing. I fucked up. I was using my voice recorder, and I must have hit a button by accident, and I only got 30 seconds of the episode. And thank God I didn't talk too long. Imagine if I yapped for like a half an hour, and then I only got like 30 seconds. I think I already talked for like 8 or 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I said, you know what? Who cares? I mean, there's better channels out there. I have over 2,000 subs, and as you guys know, if I'm lucky, like 1 or 200 people is not bad. It's a nice little audience, better than what some people have. But it's just, you look at the numbers, you're like, geez, that's over 85% of the people don't really realize I exist anymore. I don't know why they subscribed to the channel in the first place. Probably for some video I put out a year or two ago, when the algorithm of YouTube, MGTOW videos were in, and you can actually find MGTOW videos. Now they're trying to hide them and such like that. Well, folks, not much is going to be going on. Pretty much a few weeks ago, I almost got ran over by a cut. Now I told you guys that women are trying to drive bigger cars. Well, what happened was, I talked about this on my other show, but this is a big story. I was walking down the street, and there's this little busy avenue where I live, not too far from my house, and this cut was driving really fast, and it's like a turn. It's like one of these we got to cross the street. There's like a little turn there, and I'm walking, and I assume she's going to like slow down, and she says, "You better stop." And she got really close to me, and I stopped. But the weird thing was, is she stopped. Like, she could have kept going, but she stopped. And then she gave me a look like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I went, you almost hit me, you fucking bitch. And I was really tempted to spit in her face. But, if I would have did that, there was like a car, not a car dealership, just like a auto repair right there. So I'm pretty sure one of those guys would have took her side and said, "Hey man, leave the lady alone." Or, nowadays with the whole COVID thing, you spit in someone's face, that's like attempted murder, especially if you don't know if you have it. So it's a good thing I didn't spit in her face, because it would have caused the whole thing. But I held myself back. I really wanted to spit in her fucking face, because it's like, I have the right of way. Everyone's been driving crazy because of this whole COVID thing. Everyone thinks, oh, I could drive because of, I guess, the protest, because of the whole COVID thing. I can go as fast as I want. I can run people over. It's like, fuck you, man. Like, slow the fuck down. Like, I wasn't even, I usually always look, and she just came out of nowhere doing like 50 miles per hour, and the bitch almost hit me. But, these hoes be, one day, folks, I will get killed by a cunt. She will run me over, and I will be dead. If you don't know what happened to me, now you know. So that pretty much happened. I turned 34 this past week. I wouldn't say it's too depressed. I'm a guy. It's like I'm a chick. Girls, when they turn like 28, they start crying and shit like, "Oh my god, I'm getting old." It's like, I'm a guy. Who gives a fuck? My balls hang low. They have always hung low. When you think about it. As far as future content for the channel, I don't know. Just put out a video once in a while. Put out a shitty podcast once in a while, and I guess that's it. So I can think of something. You guys know my main channel is my focus, even though it's very obscure weird kind of comedy that very few folks are into. And I don't blame you folks for not being into it, but, that's just what I'm into. And as far as this channel goes, because it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, the whole black pill thing. It's like we get it already. We get it. It's like, I'm not saying black pill is bad, but it's like, we get it. Looks are not everything, but, looks and all that stuff. And so no point keep talking about it and, all that stuff. I already said everything I pretty much have to say, and I just went too hard. I just said it, like I said it before. I said everything I had to say, and I thought, you think you could talk forever, and next you realize, wow, I blew my load. I fucking talked a lot, and what do I got to say, folks? And I keep doing podcasts, and every week I say the same thing. I go, I have nothing. That's why I've been doing these pod jacks, because like the whole purpose of the show is to say, hey, folks, I don't have anything to say. It's like, well, why put something out? But it's not that I have to. It's just a matter of, I don't know, for the couple people, like, hey, man, where you been? I haven't been up to pretty much anything. I haven't been going anywhere. Here I live in Philadelphia. There's a stupid pun that people say. This dirty city I live, pretty much it's just, everything. I went to the city for the first time this past Saturday. For the few of you who saw my video blog, and it was just dead, as I expected. I was like, there's no point going down to the city. You can outdoor dine, but it's just odd. It's just like you go down, you expect it to be crowded. I watch these live streamers on YouTube. Most of them are from Vegas, LA, Florida, around there, Texas, and they've been walking around, and it's like just fucking dead. Like they've been walking around, and it's like it's ghost town. Those cities are always busy. I know. I watch a live streamer from New York. New York has actually been more people coming out now. It was dead for a while. New York's kind of popping out, but everything's still closed. No kind of indoor capacities. I'm still watching these public freakout videos. A lot of these anti-cop people, they're fucking nuts. And I'm watching a lot of these videos. And once again, and as I said, I was going to make a video for the Twitch guy who sued. I think that's hilarious. I'm into wacky stuff like that. The case, I don't know what happened. This guy sued Nintendo. He sued a bunch of other things. He always does this. He sues for some weird reason. And he has anxiety, whatever, and I don't know, depression and all that stuff. Love to have the guy guest on the show. Hey, if you guys can get in touch with that guy, tell him I want to interview him. Not sure if he's a MGTOW guy, but whoever, doesn't matter. But yeah, I wonder how that fucking case is pretty much going. And I haven't been watching porn. I tell you, at the beginning of this whole coronavirus thing, I was watching porn. I told you I was watching coronavirus porn. I think I talked about this on one of the episodes. But it's been like 2 months and I haven't watched any. I got tired of it. I don't really care. I can't say I'll never watch it again, but I just been not really watching it. It's been pretty much just listening to YouTube videos. It's weird. I have YouTube in the background. And then instead of listening to a show, like a podcast, I'm watching live streamers. So I'm not even paying attention to the podcast. I was laid in bed. And I make people laugh, because I'm such a funny guy in the chat room, just fucking around and pretty much trolling and such. And that's what I've been pretty much doing. I haven't been doing really anything at all. I still can't get it together with the weight, as you guys know. I'm still fat. But gyms opening up. I'm like, I would go to the gym, but there's no point rejoining the gym if you're not going to eat better. Because the mistake I made was I was going to the gym, but I was still eating. I'll go to the gym and then go home and make make some spaghetti and meatballs. And it's like, well, what's the point doing that if you're not going to take it seriously? If you're not going to go to the gym and take it seriously, then why go at all? If you're not going to do the right things and eat right, then you're going to go home and eat a pizza, or go home and eat spaghetti and meatballs. Like, forget it. Fuck going to the gym. Like, you just go for a walk or something and then eat the spaghetti and meatballs. So as much as I am tempted to join a gym, I played basketball for the first time last week, and that was awesome. There was nobody up there, and I took my shirt off, which is horrifying, to get myself a tan. It was great. Nobody came around. I played for like 15, 20 minutes or so. It was nice to make some shots. And yeah, man, summers, it's just crazy not having a summer, because my summers are pretty much the same thing. I just go out to the city on Friday, Saturday nights, hang around the Columbus Boulevard, Old City area, and I just get drunk, or I drink or I don't drink. Speaking of that, I have not had a drink in 2 months. I think the last episode where I talked about that. It's been officially 2 months since I had a drink, and I didn't quit for any reason. I mean, I should just not drink at all. But I'm a social drinker, and I like to drink in comedy clubs. And I like to drink, like when a party area, like when people are drinking on the street. But as far as just drinking at home, it's just boring. Once in a while, sure, it's okay to get lit at home. But I was drinking every Saturday night at home, and I was like, what am I celebrating? Hey, here's another week staying in the house all day. So it's like no point really doing that. But it's been 2 months since I had a drink, and I gotta tell you, I don't miss the taste of alcohol. I miss just drinking at a comedy club, like I said, or whatever, just drinking, hanging out with somebody, which I rarely do. But drinking by myself, I'm not really missing out on much. I was buying all these different tall boys for this Chinese beer store. It's like $2 for a fucking tall boy versus $8, $6 or $10 in the city. And I was buying 2 tall boys, and I was getting lit at home, and I would drink one on a Wednesday and one on a Saturday or something. I was drinking really heavily before this whole COVID thing happened. Before COVID happened, I would drink Wednesday at my comedy club. I don't need to get on stage, but I just like to drink. And then on a Saturday, instead of just doing, just one drink, I would get 2 shots and 2 beers, or I would get a tall boy and then get 2 shots and 2 beers. And I don't drink that much at all. I was getting more and more drunk. And then COVID happened, and then I was just drinking like once a week, and then now I'm like, I'm tempted though. Every time I pass by the beer store, I'm like, go in there and get 2 tall boys because they're so cheap. But I'm like, fuck it. Maybe just save it. Wait for things to go back a little bit. Maybe I'll start drinking. I'm tempted. But as far as walking around the city drinking, it's just dead. It's like, what am I going to... I watch a few of these live streamers, they get drunk and they walk around, and it's so boring. It's like there's nobody out. Just a couple empty stores, and they try to cause trouble, and it's like, it's kind of entertaining to watch, but it's like, it's just so dead though. It's like, why even... I'm not saying don't go out at all. You got to live your life, but it's just like, what's the point? Not say I have to drink around people, but I don't know. More of a social drunk, not a loner drunk. But yeah, pretty much, I hope this podcast will motivate me to put out some more content on the channel. But I just been, I wouldn't say I've been laying low. I just haven't been doing anything, once again. And without stand-up, folks, I'm just a unmotivated piece of shit, which is not saying different, because usually I'm just a kind of motivated piece of shit. But without stand-up, I'm just an unmotivated piece of shit. But yeah, so my local comedy club keeps booking shows, and they keep canceling. They're like, you gotta wait till you get the green light. Like, I don't know where you guys are from, but here in Philadelphia, they said that no, they don't want any kind of indoor capacity once again. And they're not even doing the whole 50% capacity thing like Florida was doing, and Texas. They're like, no indoor capacity at all. So my local comedy club is booking shows, they canceling them, but that's it. There's like no events going on. It's freaking summer. I saw a live streamer go live Saturday, and he was trolling people. There was an event on Saturday, get this, in New York City. It was for black sex workers. Not Black Lives Matter, black sex workers. And it was mostly gays, trans, lesbians, and they were talking about how white people need to pay them reparations by paying for sex. It was fucking bizarre, and the dude was pretending to be gay, and he was showing them pictures of Elliot Rodgers, and he's actually a subscriber to my main channel, which is pretty cool. His name's Smooth Sanchez. He does make fun of the incel community a little bit, so if you guys are sensitive to that, then I guess you won't like him. He goes for the the fucking he's kind of like me, except he has way more bigger balls than me and his kids. I think he's on like 16 or 17. This kid's young as shit. He's like going around and pressing people, and kid's got fucking balls, I gotta tell you. But he's been attacked a few times, so he's got to be careful, because you walk around with a camera, especially, and you're by yourself and you're vulnerable. It's just easy for people to fuck with you. But folks, that's it. I've yapped about I don't even know what. Who cares where I've been? Who cares? But every once in a while, I'll pop my fat, ugly head around, and I hope you guys are doing all right. And I hope you're not twisting your penis inside out like a fucking, I don't know, I was going for a bad masturbation joke. And that's about it. I'll see you guys.